basically I developed a tumor in my brain, and this whole top part of my head was literally like being hammered. You know, it's not pleasant because I felt like I was inside a coffin. If I hadn't come in, I probably like would have seen my baby. Hey guys, what's really good? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dymund, and I hope from the bottom of my heart, I hope you guys are all doing really well. Welcome back to another video on my channel. If this is your first time here, then you are absolutely welcome. On this channel I do family-based content, vlogs, lifestyle, beauty, fashion hauls, things of that nature. So if that is what you are interested in, then you have landed yourself in the most perfect place. Get comfortable, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell. First of all, I just also want to just quickly say a massive thank you to every single person that has commented on my last video. Everyone that wished me well wishes, your prayers, just all the encouraging words, absolutely every single one of you guys. I just want to say thank you so much. May God entirely bless you and your household, and may he return onto you all of the blessings and all the kind words that you have poured out for me and my family and the new addition to the family. Thank you guys so much. We are absolutely overwhelmed by the messages and the love that has just poured in immensely. So just a massive thank you to each and every person. I just wanted to do a follow-up video because, as I mentioned in my last video, I was actually due to be induced. A lot of you guys have asked and you are wondering, why was I booked in for an induction? And it's a video that I wanted to do anyways, just to follow up on everything that has been happening. I tried as much as I could to bring you guys into my pregnancy journey. So, you know, like when you're going through something and you don't want to speak on it prematurely because you just don't know where it's going to go or what the outcome is going to be. That was literally my situation. So I really wanted to wait until everything was settled before I can come and really explain the stuff and the things that I was going through. Basically, I'm just gonna start from the beginning, guys. So basically, the midwives thought that I had preeclampsia because I was showing some signs of preeclampsia, but I wasn't ticking the boxes to everything that, you know, pregnant women have when developing preeclampsia. So i.e. I had excruciating headaches. Like, I mean, the type of headaches where I have to have the lights off, I have to sit in the dark, like the kids even just talking and making noise was too much for me. There were nights I remember where I couldn't even like sit with the TV on because just the light from the TV would just cause this like blinding pain like in the back of my eye socket. So that was going on for a while. I had severe headaches, and then I had blurred visions, like, and when I say blurred visions, it would literally go from me seeing perfectly fine to the vision literally blending into one and then just becoming absolutely nothing. That happened quite often. You know, something would be as close as this and I wouldn't even be able to read it, you know. So I had issues reading my emails, I had issues doing the kids homework with them, I had issues, you know, when the kids were reading to me, I couldn't even read, I couldn't even see what was written in the book. So it was just like, it was just I just couldn't even really describe what I was going through to anybody else. Like, it's almost one of those situations where you had to be me, or you'd had to have gone through it for you to understand what was happening with me. And I had every now and then I had protein in my urine as well, but I didn't have the high blood pressure. So it was almost like, has she got preeclampsia, has she not got preeclampsia? It was very, very confusing. So as you guys know, I was placed on the preeclampsia watch, and I was basically given a home blood pressure kit to bring home, so that I could take my blood pressure daily to just see if it was high or if it was low. And there was no issues with my blood pressure. My blood pressure was almost consistent throughout the whole pregnancy, but they still put me on it just in case, you know. It's almost like prevention is better than cure. So they had me on that. So what had basically happened, this is so emotional for me to speak about, because I just feel like I've gone through so many emotions, and I'm even just thinking about it now, it's just getting me proper upset. But I said that I wasn't going to cry, or I wasn't going to get upset, because I'm a victor, you know. God has been so good. God has just been so amazing, and he's really protected me throughout this whole pregnancy. Like, he's just really kept me, he's kept my family, he's kept me strong. So like, God is just really, really, really amazing, you know. And I can't thank him enough for bringing me through this whole situation. Due to all of the symptoms that I had that I just described to you, I kept going into the triage, into the maternity triage, and I was telling them that I'm losing, like, my vision is just going, like, my vision just keeps disappearing, and it keeps disappearing. And this has happened to me before, right? So when I was pregnant with Kezia, a very similar thing happened. Like, everything that I'm going through now, I went through it in my last pregnancy. The only difference is that they never put me on the preeclampsia watch. What had happened was that we all have this gland that sits right in the middle, in the center of our brain, called the pituitary gland. And that gland is basically in charge of making hormones. For some reason, when I'm pregnant, it causes this pituitary gland to grow. For what reasons, I don't know. The doctors are yet to even explain to me why this keeps happening. And the way I was feeling this time round, I automatically knew what was happening to my body, and that scared me. So I remember on the very last visit, because I had gone in before, and they were trying to find out what was happening. So it was almost like my word, not so much my word against theirs, but it's like I knew what I was feeling, I knew what I was going through, but it was just a case of convincing them and telling them that this is what I'm going through, and I know for a fact that this is it, you know. So in the very early stage of my pregnancy, I was going in, I was telling them, like, I'm getting the blurred visions, I've had similar symptoms in my past pregnancy, and I think it's the same thing. And so that's when they were like, all right, cool, we're gonna put you on the preeclampsia watch. And I was like, all right, fine, if you guys think it's preeclampsia, then I'm happy to be treated for that. And I wasn't on any medication for the preeclampsia, but on this one particular day, guys, on this one particular day, I just remember waking up and feeling as if, like, the whole part, like this whole top part of my head was literally like being hammered. The best way I can describe it. Like, I just felt like the whole top part of my brain was just like someone was literally hammering my head in. And then the back of my eye socket, literally felt like someone was tugging, like literally that's how I felt. Like someone was just pulling, and I was just in the most, I've never felt this type of pain before. And I remember I said to JD, like, I can't take this anymore. And this was after like me feeling like this for about 2 days. I said to Jay, I really can't. The way I'm feeling right now, I can't. I could barely open my eyes, I could barely eat, and then on top of that I'm feeling sick. I'm battling with the hyperemesis. It was just absolutely terrible, absolutely terrible. So I went into triage, and when I went into triage, I was admitted into the maternity ward, and the next day they actually booked me in to get an MRI scan. And getting an MRI scan is, I think, it's not pleasant. You know, it's not pleasant, because I felt like I was inside a coffin in this MRI scan machine. Like, it's such a closed place. If you're claustrophobic, you will not enjoy this at all. So they put you in this machine, and then you have to be all like, they put me into this machine, into the MRI machine, because they had to take images of my brain pattern to see what was happening with my brain. And they put me in the machine, and this machine is absolutely the worst. From the noise, I could still hear the noise sometimes. When I think about this whole experience, I can still hear that very loud noise. The noise is so loud that they literally have to give you earplugs, because the sound is just so loud and so deafening. And they put me in this machine. I was in there for about 20-30 minutes, and they had to take images of my brain. And then I just remember going back into the wardroom, and I was just thinking, God, what's happening? Like, God, what is happening right now? You know, like, when am I gonna catch a break from this pregnancy? Like, when am I gonna enjoy this pregnancy? When am I not gonna always constantly be worried? When am I gonna not be sick? When am I gonna be able to just relax? You know, when is it gonna feel normal? Because I just didn't feel normal. I didn't feel normal. Like, I did not enjoy this pregnancy at all. At all. I didn't enjoy it at all, and I was constantly worried about my baby, just thinking, is she gonna be okay? I was just so worried. I was so worried, and it was crazy because I couldn't express what was going through with anyone else but JD. Like, I just felt like no one really understood what I was going through, and then I felt, what's the point of even telling anyone anyways, because what are they gonna do? You know, I felt so isolated in this pregnancy. Like, with everything that I was going through, I just felt like, what's the point? Like, there's no, like, I said I didn't want to cry. I said I wasn't going to cry, because this is a testimony. This is not me speaking in fear. You know, I'm not speaking in fear. God has not given me, you, or us the spirit of fear. He's given us the spirit of sound mind, and I said I wasn't going to cry, you know. Basically, I developed a tumor in my brain, and they did the MRI scan, and they found that the pituitary gland, which sits just, from what they explained to me, it sits just beneath the optical nerve, and the pituitary gland had swollen up so much that it was now pressing against my optical nerve. And because it was pressing on it so much, that's what was causing the pain in the back of my eyes, what I described as this tugging pain behind my eye socket. I was getting that feeling or that sensation because the gland was pressing up against my nerves. And the doctor has said that if I didn't come any sooner, I could have lost my eyesight forever. I could have been blind. Like, that could have been the end. Like, if I didn't come in when I went in, only God knows what would have happened. And I can't help but to think about things like my children, you know. I was thinking about things like, if I hadn't come in, I probably would I have seen my baby. You know, when you're going through certain things, the devil really tries to get into your brain and really mess you up and waste your time on thoughts that don't really matter. The enemy really tries to keep you down and keep you in the dark and keep you just focused on things that don't matter. I found myself upset and crying about what ifs and what ifs and what ifs, and it was almost as if something shook me. Like, I literally felt as if something shook the inside of me, like something shook me to the core. And I snapped out of the feeling that I was having. I snapped out of it, and I was just like, what am I doing? Why am I sitting here in this hospital bed crying, giving energy into these thoughts? I'm a child of God, and I have not been given the spirit of fear. And that's when I found my strength, you know. That's when I really found my strength, and I just began praying and just rebuking it. Like, because I was just thinking, like, it was almost silly, because I was like, hold on, I'm here now, I'm receiving the help that I need. At this stage, I'd got the MRI scan. Oh God. At this stage, I'd got the MRI scan. I was taken to King's College Hospital to get very intense eye tests. I had to get eye tests done. It was very long, and it was just really painful, because like, you have to like concentrate on this dot. Like, they basically, I had to put my head in this big machine, and one eye at a time, there was like these little dots, and I had to like follow the dots. And what would happen is that when the dots are like here, like on this, I think they call it peripheral. Please, I may be wrong. But when the dots was like around here, I couldn't see the dots. and the closer the dot gets to like the center of my sight, that's when I would see it. So when it's here, I'm not seeing anything, and then when it gets to about this section, then I can see it, but it's very, very, very blurry. And then it gets to the center of my eyesight, I would see it, but then it's still very blurry. And then the dots would like come in different directions. Some would come really fast, or some would come really slow. And I basically had this button, and I had to press the button every time I see the dot. Oh my gosh, just trying to concentrate on this one dot was so painful, so painful. I was ready to give up. I was telling the doctor, I was just like, this is so painful for me right now. But you know, she was just telling me that I need to get through this eye test. I need to get through the eye test. We don't have long left now. We just need to get through it. So, you know, so I did the eye test, and then I had to wait for the result for the eye test. But at this point, I already had the MRI scan, and the MRI scan had shown, you know, that I did have this tumor, and I did have the tumor pressing up against the optical nerve. But I was thinking, like, why am I crying? Why am I giving so much energy to these negative thoughts? I'm not gonna lose my eyesight. I'm not gonna be blind, because I've got these children, and I'm gonna see my children grow. I'm gonna see what my baby looks like. I'm not gonna lose my eyesight. I'm not going to be blind. Like, I'm not losing my eyesight. So why am I sitting here giving energy to these thoughts? And I just began to rebuke that spirit. And I just want to just encourage someone, anyone who's watching this right now, whatever situation you're going through right now, don't give any energy, any negative energy to it. Instead, what you need to do is stand up in prayers. Even if you are not really like a prayer warrior, even if you're not that religious, I just want to encourage you right now, that speak positivity into the negativity that you are going through. Whatever situation you are going through right now, don't allow it to hold you down in bondage. You need to learn to rise up and speak life into your situation. I'm not here to Bible bash, I'm not here to preach to anybody, but I'm just here to let somebody know that we have the power of life or death in our tongue. And I couldn't believe how much negativity I was feeding into my situation. And it's only until I began to speak life, positivity, healing, strength, I just felt like I was like, oh my god, I don't even know. I just felt so light. I felt so refreshed. I just felt like at this stage, nothing matters. Nothing matters. At that point, nothing mattered. A little bit over 24 hours, I had all of these doctors come in, because everyone was so interested in what was happening with me. I had I think they're called the endocrinologists. So the people from the endocrinology, I had the people from the endocrinology come in. I had the neurosurgeons come in. There were so many different doctors in my room in one go that it was so confusing, because I felt so overwhelmed by everything. But it's like every time anyone came into that room, I was just automatically just rebuking all negativity, and rebuking every spirit that did not sit well with my spirit. I was just rebuking it. And everyone was so fascinated by what was happening with me, by what was going on with me. And then after all these meetings took place, I had people from the Peru, I had people from St. Thomas Hospital, and I also had doctors as well from King's College Hospital. So there was like about 15 doctors, I kid you not, 15 doctors, all just going back and forth and having meetings, trying to figure out what was happening with me and what is the best solution for baby and I was in the hospital for 5 days, and in that 5 days, that's when the doctors came to the conclusion that it's best for me to be induced, more than anything for my safety and for my well-being, because they were monitoring the baby and the baby was absolutely fine. There was nothing wrong with the baby. The heart rate was fine, movement was fine, like the baby was doing so well, bless her. Basically came to a conclusion that it was due to me being pregnant that was causing the tumor to grow, and the longer I remained pregnant, the higher risk I was of losing my eyesight. If I remained pregnant for even just another 2 weeks, then only God knows what would have happened. So that's when they planned for me to be induced. And to be honest with you, the way I was feeling, oh mate, it was just the worst, the absolute worst. What I was going through, I wish that pain on no one, nobody. You know, just waking up sometimes in the morning and I can't see nothing, and I have to get the kids ready for school. I had to look at everything like this, with my eyes like this, because I could barely see anything. The plan of action was that I was supposed to call in at 8 AM on the 13th of June. Basically, the unit was gonna let me know what time to come in because they had to reserve a bed for me. I was worried about getting induced because I just find being induced is a lot more painful than going into natural labor. I've been induced twice. I was induced when I was pregnant with Kezia, and I was also induced with the twins, and I didn't enjoy the pain at all. The pain was just too much. The pain was a lot, so I wasn't looking forward to being induced at all. I was dreading it. I had so much anxiety. I was scared. I was nervous. Like I just wasn't looking forward to it. But God, as always, he came through for me, you know. And rather than me being induced on that Monday, I went into labor on the Sunday. So on the 12th of June is when I started contracting, and then on the 13th of June at 8 minutes past 3 is when I delivered my baby. So and I delivered her at 38 weeks and 4 days, natural labor, and I could have asked for anything else. And I just continuously thank God, and I just thank God, and I just thank God, and I just thank God, because he's definitely a miracle working God, and he does things in his time, you know. And that's why I always say, like, we make plans as humans, but God is the master of all time, and you know, he's the master of all circumstances. And sometimes we need to not look so much at the situation that we're going through, but we need to thank God in advance for the fact that he's brought us out of the situation. So many of you asked, you know, Dymund, why were you, you know, getting induced? Why was the whole plan for you to be induced? This is why they wanted to induce me. This is exactly what happened.
So I have to do a repeat of the MRI scan in 3 months' time, and also I have to do more blood works as well, so further blood tests to see if my hormone levels have lowered, because the hormone levels were so high. It was just ridiculously high. So we thank God, because the tumor is benign, which means it's non-cancerous. So I thank God.
All the mummies, whether you're a first time mummy or a second time mummy or a 5th time mummy, you guys are gonna be amazing. Like, just trust your body to do the work. Trust your body to do the work. Breathe with your pain. Sisters, breathe with your pain. Do not waste your energy screaming down the hospital ward, okay? Don't do that. Do not do that at all. breathe with your pain. When you're told to push, push with your pain. Breathe through your pain. I don't know what it is, like I definitely wouldn't say I've mastered laboring, but I've definitely learned that breathing is more effective than screaming. Okay, I know we all get the urge to scream it down. You'll get your chance to scream your lungs out, yeah, when you're actually pushing your baby out. But whilst you're contracting, breathe through your contraction. You will be absolutely amazing. Do not forget to just stay positive. Do not forget to send out prayers out there. Send prayers for you, send prayers for the baby, and send prayers for anyone who is going to come in contact with you. Okay, you're gonna be absolutely fine. Like, one thing I just feel like we need to do more is that we need to listen to our bodies. Like, when your body is telling you something is wrong, please follow through. Let's not be the type where we're going through pain, we're going through a situation, and we're just like, oh, I'll be fine, let me just take paracetamol, I'll be fine, let me just go to bed, I will be fine. No, listen to your body. When your body is telling you that something is wrong, follow through. Like, let's not take so much pride in being like, oh, I have such a high pain tolerance. Like, I have a high pain tolerance, but I know when it's like this is not normal no more. I need to go and seek help. I need to go to the GP. I need to go A&E. I need to go this. Like, we really need to listen to our bodies, because if I just relaxed back and just chilled, like, I don't know how the situation would have been. So I just want to encourage anyone, like, whenever you're feeling some type of way, please go and get it checked out. We are losing way too many pregnant women. We're losing way too many women of color. We are endangering our health due to the fact that we have high pain tolerance. Like, no, like, pain is pain. If you're feeling some type of way and your body's telling you something is wrong, go and get it sorted. Go and see to it. It may not be nothing, but at least you have that peace in your heart that it is nothing, rather than just sitting around and letting the situation worsen. So, I mean, in my case, I could have just chilled back. I could have just said, oh, I've gone through this before, it's normal. But I mean, you never know, and it's always best to be safe than to be sorry, you know. We talk about soft life this, soft life that. Let soft life be in your health as well, okay? We want soft life in our health, okay? We don't want a hard life in our health. We want to be healthy and comfortable. So soft life in our health too. I'm just saying, let's take care of ourselves, okay? Mentally, emotionally, physically. We have to, because we have to stay healthy. We have to stay around for these kids. We have to stay around for our parents. We have to stay around to accomplish things for ourselves. We have to stay around for ourselves. There are many things that we are yet to do. There are many accomplishments that we are yet to achieve. So we need to do that by being healthy. So just a word for anybody out there, because that's one thing I definitely learned in this whole situation. I don't have to have a high pain tolerance. That's nothing to brag about. But anyone who has a planned induction, I wish you all a safe delivery and a safe labor as well. There's quite a few of you guys actually that are going to go to the Peru, and the Peru is actually really lovely. I have no complaints on the Peru. I found it to be very welcoming, very safe. I was made comfortable. Everyone is so respectful. Like, no one would just like come into your room unannounced. They will definitely knock before coming in. That's one thing I noticed about everyone. Like, no one just storms into your room, you know. So they definitely give you that privacy. And I found a lot of the midwives was just prepared to listen to my worries, and they were very concerned about my well-being. I think you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. I have nothing but positive things to say for the crew. The dinner ladies are funny. That's one thing. The dinner ladies are absolutely funny. Like, I remember just sitting there just busting up for when the dinner women would announce lunch and dinner and breakfast and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I found the crew to be very safe and very clean. The midwives are very lovely as well. I connected with quite a few of them on a personal level, and they were just really caring and just wanted to offer me comfort. So anyone who's going to be going to the pre, you have nothing to worry about, I don't think. I wish you guys all the best of luck. There's so many of you that are like 38 weeks, 37 weeks, 39 weeks pregnant. You guys are going to be amazing, 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 amazing. You and baby are going to be amazing. So I wish you all such a safe delivery. May God bless you and wrap you and keep you safe. And I can't wait for you guys to come back. Keep me updated. Yeah, keep me updated in the comment section. Let me know what's going on. Let me know how baby and you are doing. But I wish you guys all the best of luck. May God be with you. Yeah, I'm enjoying motherhood. I'm obviously gonna come back and keep you guys updated with more newborn videos. There's a lot coming. I'm just trying to juggle time as well as work as well. But you know, I'm staying on top of stuff. I'm staying on top of things. So just look out for future vlogs. Yeah, make sure that you check your post notification and just double check that you are subscribed to the channel as well, because YouTube tends to unsubscribe people. So make sure that you are subscribed as well. I love you guys all so much. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys on another one. Mwah. God bless you. Bye.